But why I want to, there's just so many reality to competition shows. There's just a lot of different things. But I think Jersey, in terms of the Jersey Shore family vacation, what makes it interesting is I think that the cast sort of, how do I say it? Like, I feel like they fight on the show and argue on the show as you would do, you know, with people that you're around a lot. You know, you love your family, but it always gets difficult. That's a true human relationship. So I think where they really leveled up is, it seems like, I'm not for sure about this, but it seems like each of the Jersey Shore cast members, even the ones that like maybe don't get along all the time, from Snooki to Mike to, I don't know if Ronnie's as involved as he used to be, to Pauly, to Vinny, JWoww, and Dina and Angelina. I think what they do really well is they make sure, we'll show up and we will getting into on the show, but I don't think they let a lot of surrounding noise really get to them. And what I mean by that is, like, I was going to compare it to I was going to say, like, a show like Real Housewives, which has an ensemble cast. I just feel like they're very sort of divided, and it's like you wouldn't be surprised if one cast member did something pretty despicable to continue to stay on the show, or hurt somebody else's chances, or, you know, whether they're kissing up to, you know, the powers that be, you know, like the production, or, you know, Andy Cohen even. Like, there just feels like a lot less loyalty. Now, I don't know if that's because Real Housewives is a franchise, or Jersey Shore, the cast just has it right. But I feel like they're very, it's almost like the cast of Friends when that TV show aired all those years ago. They may not have loved each other per se, but they all were a united front when they were going to try to get more money for the work that they did on the show, because it was a huge success. And I think Jersey Shore just sort of reminds me of that. It's like, listen, we could fight, but you don't say nothing about, like, my Jersey Shore family, is what it feels like. And I think that's why you continue to enjoy the show. In terms of, like, character growth and development, you know, yeah, we watched this show when these cast members were just starting their lives, and there was a lot of hiccups and, you know, errors that they make, much what you make when you're 24, 25, 30, 31 years old. But now you see them as the same people, and maybe some of those same problems, but you're going deeper. You know, Angelina's finding out stuff about her family. Nicole, I think Snooki just went from, for one, being Snooki, just a very, you know, this is what you know her for, as Nicole, you know, and I think that's even interesting. Mike, the Situation, was so pompous, so arrogant. He had, you know, the 8-pack abs, and he went through trials and tribulations and became sort of funnier. But if you think about it, season 1, he also was very funny too, but he was very selfish and self-involved, and he felt like he could walk on water in the best way possible. He was great TV, but I think sometimes when you get knocked down a notch, it's really cool to see you push through and continue. So I think that's what makes Mike really fun. Vinny's the most interesting one for me, because I feel like Vinny is actually probably the coolest one, but at the same time, his character on the show, he seems to be really like the dork in some kind of a way. Pauly, I would say, is probably, you know, very successful and everything, but I feel like he doesn't feel connected to the show, you know, and not in a way that, like, Ronnie, you know, had kind of been away and came back. Those types of things, because the things he was dealing with. I feel like Pauly's there, but his silly jokes, they're not as funny anymore. So I feel like we need a little bit more from Pauly. That would be my only thing. And now and Angelina is just, I mean, I can't stop watching. You know, coming from somebody who makes excuses on occasions, because I always say an excuse is just a complaint. Now I don't even remember. But, well, it's not an excuse. It's not a complaint. It's me trying to define the reason that said thing happened. So it's not really an excuse at all. It's really actually therapy, okay? But beyond that, let's talk about Sammy Sweetheart. I had always said Sammy Sweetheart was so phenomenal into this show. And when they were coming back, I've talked about this many times right here with you. When they were coming back, first thing I said, I was like, you know, I just realized Sammy didn't feel like the superstar, but she really was the superstar. Like, things moved within Sammy's essence. So I was devastated that she didn't come back. So therefore, now that she came back and is fully into this experience and has even had to see Ronnie, her ex, I just really, really like it. Now, there's always going to be the little back and forth. Angelina's going to say, oh, well, me bringing you on the show is what made you buy your house and this, and I did this for you. But that's just like fun. One thing about Sammy, she's always been like really the sweetest little bitch you're ever going to see, right? Isn't that her tagline? The sweetest little bitch you're ever going to see, something like that. And she said to Dina, season 3, because remember, Angelina tried season 1 and 2 and it didn't work. She left both times, both the Jersey Shore original house, and then the Miami season when it was winter and they went to go to Miami. Angelina tried again and it didn't work. Oh, poor Angelina. But anyways, on season 3, Sammy's kind of by herself because the girls, at that point, Jenny and Snooki were so close, and now Dina's like Snooki's close friend, and Dina comes in and gets all in a huff, brand new, and she says, "You were being mean to me," and Snooki kind of was. I'm sorry, Sammy kind of was. Sammy says, "Well, I'm just taken aback. I expected the new girl to be, I don't know, a little prettier."
Hey, Ronnie Jr.